Right, the real Corey King. Welcome to DJ E360 Word. How's your day going?
What's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? Follow me at the Real Corey Cast on everywhere.
All right, thanks
Chilling.
for coming. The weather is not too nice outside today, though.
Yeah, it's like cold and hot at the same time.
Yeah. So let's start from the beginning since this is your first time here.
hmm
Where were you born and raised?
Uh, I was born in D.C. I was raised in Maryland. Raised in Maryland, Walker Mill, Maryland.
Okay. So just tell me a little bit about that early phase of your life, like between probably 0 to 10.
Let me see, 0 to 10.
Let's start with the environment. How was it? Was it violent, like stable, or you grew up in the suburb or the hood? How was
mm,
that environment for you?
Shit. When I was in D.C., I was little though. I was living in D.C. till I was like 3, 4. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really knew really was out there like that. But
Yeah.
then most of the time I grew up around Walker Mill. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just like any other hood, you know what I'm saying? Bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta make it through it. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna be a product of your environment or you're gonna use it to motivate you to get out of it.
So
You know
as
what I'm
far
saying?
as the environment itself, growing up, did you see anything that wasn't supposed to be there as being a child? Like how was is it like a drug infested environment or gang related environment
I
or
wouldn't say gang related, you know what I'm saying? It's like like a neighborhood, it's like a family, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I seen a lot of shit that, you know what I'm saying? I probably take to my grave type shit. You
yeah?
feel me? Yeah, man. It's been a lot of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But with no kill, you make you stronger. You know what I'm saying? Just how can I put it? I be in my own world.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I be in my own world. I don't let the my surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Determine how I am.
Okay, so as far as the music influence, I'm trying to see where the music influence came from. Did anybody in your family kind of was in a band? Because in DC we all know it's about go-go. Anybody play in a go-go band or in a
hmm
band or a singer or DJ, anything like that?
Nah, I mean, go-go is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of the culture of this area. But nah, my mother used to sing and my father used to sing and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't even know how I started. Well, how I started doing music. Let me see. How could I say it? I used to have an issue with expressing myself and shit.
Oh, okay.
So I used to have a lot of shit bottled up. I just keep it to myself. I think my father noticed it because, like, I want to say, like, every year, like, I would get an instrument on Christmas, bro.
Yeah.
Like, every instrument known to man, like, all of that shit. And I never knew how to play it. I was trying, though, but I couldn't play the shit. I should have got some lessons, but I was trying to teach myself. The last thing I got was a microphone and shit. And one day I was bored and I was fucking with the microphone. And what happened? I think I was drinking or something like that day. And I had made like a whole DVD rapping in front of a webcam and shit. And I was like, I don't know if I sound good or not. So I was like, what should my name be? So my name was Porky Pig. I came up with the worst name you could possibly. I actually Googled the worst rap name you could come up with, and I named it Porky Pig because I know people gonna have their opinion, good and bad. So I already gave them the bad with Porky Pig because I didn't know my name was gonna be anyway. So you can talk about Porky Pig because that's not really my name anyway. I just wanted to get that bad out of there. I just wanted to know if I was decent or not
Oh,
for sure. So I was letting people listen to it, and they was like, "Oh yeah, this don't know you can work on this, that, and that, but your name is bad." So I'm like, "Yeah, I already know that." So then I kept doing it for a while, and just got to this point.
okay. So as far as the any high school you went to,
Yeah, I went to Central High School.
so any musical classes you took throughout high school or wasn't there at all? Because most high school don't have musical programs and all of that anymore at that time, maybe.
I think I was in musical class in like third grade. I think we had like a music class in third grade, if I'm correct. But that was the last time. But I don't remember nothing from it. Most of it's self-taught.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of it's self-taught.
And did you play any instrument? Because most people play like violins. And my daughter right now is playing violin in school. All of that.
If I did, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did because
Oh,
I had an
okay.
instrument every year. But I just try to put that part of me behind me because I'm like I hate not being able to do something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I try to forget my failures.
Okay. So when did you decide to pick up the mic? Through high school?
Nah, I wasn't. Let me see. I want to say probably like 10th grade. I used to be. always hanging with older people. You know what I'm saying? An older crowd. So I used to hang with it was like a record type of company type of thing. It was called AR Anonymous Record
Yeah.
with John Doe, Bomb Lover. Uh, I can't remember all the other names, but it was Vito. You know, there's a lot of people in that joint. So I was just to be in the studio, not recording, just being in that area and just watching them record. I got my original name there was Short Fuse because I was short, so they put short with Fuse, and I ain't really run with that, but that was it. I used to just being there watching them record, the
Yeah.
process, the work ethic, things like that. That kind of influenced me as well. The first song I ever made in that studio, a real studio, was probably that one. I had recorded a song, and I didn't know how it sounded, so I asked. Well, I kind of thought it was some shit. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of thought it was some shit. So I was kind of like discouraged, like, because I don't like losing. I don't
Yeah.
like failing. So I'm just like, man, I'm done with this shit. This some bullshit. Like, this shit all over the place. I'm not even on topic. None of that. So I was, at that point, I was like, man, I'm done with this shit. So I guess my man, Els, BL's Bomb Lover, uh, follow him at Els Young God. He put me to the side and he showed me how to be able to construct a song basically without putting all that pressure on how to make a perfect song.
Oh, okay.
You just want to get your thought process out there. Then you want to go back and proofread and make it fit.
Okay.
Don't worry about making it fit in the beginning because you're not even gonna get to the end. So I took that and that helped me a lot. Learn me making music and shit like that.
Let's talk about the creative process itself.
Hmm.
So, how did you come up with the final name, the Corey, the real Corey?
Uh, I came with Corey Cash because
Cash.
I had a friend that I used to do music back in the day. People would beat on the desk or make the little beat and everybody would freestyle. It was me, another guy I can't remember his name, and one of my friends Anthony Cash. So we used to always do little music and stuff like that, just playing around. And I want to say after high school he passed away. Yeah, he got killed and shit. And so I was just like, that's one of the things I remember when I think about him. So I put the Cash, at the end of my job.
Oh, okay.
Keep it going.
All right.
But people always think my name is relates to money, but it don't. You know
Oh,
what I'm
it's
saying?
related to.
Yeah, it's related to my man.
Okay. R.I.P. to him. So, as far as the inspiration when you're writing the music, where does that come from? Like, what topics do you talk about most of the time?
Well, I haven't probably wrote a song in what's this 2019. I haven't wrote a song since 2015. Writing a song is kind of like too much pressure. It's like when you write a song, you'll kind of get discouraged because
Okay.
you're trying to make it fit. You're trying to make it perfect, and it's like it's good, but at the same time, it's like you ain't gonna be able to express yourself the way you really want to if you writing, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because you so focused on making it right.
Okay.
But so I had writer's block for a brick. I couldn't write shit. At first I was writing. I wrote a lot of goddamn songs,
Mhm.
but that was cool, and I made some good songs writing them. But then I had writer's block, and I'm just like, and actually start freestyling. So when
Okay.
I start freestyling, it's kind of like I kind of like my music more, and I can listen to the song over and over again. Because what I do is when I make a song, I'll listen to it myself to see how long it takes for me to get tired of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Before I even let people hear it. So I was liking my freestyle music better, and I felt like I could express myself more when I just do it without worrying about the constructive part of it.
Okay.
Just making sure that at the end go about it.
All right. So, do you, when you're, yeah, okay, like what you just said means it feels like you're not writing, like you don't have a pen and paper anymore, and then put the ideas down. So you just go and and like probably record, right? So how do you get the inspiration? Like how do you go in the booth already in knowing what you have to talk about, or you just go with the flow, whatever comes?
I can go in the studio and try to do it right then and there. It may be good, it may be not.
Or the beats give you the vibe,
The
maybe.
beat give me the vibe, but
Oh,
I think my best quality is when I record myself. So
oh, okay.
yeah, I'm big on time. I don't like to waste my time
Yeah,
or the other person's time. So I think being prepared, being on time is a big part of anything you try
yeah.
to do. So I'll record myself on recording software, freestyling it, but I have all the time in the world. See, when you come to the studio, you have a time frame because you have to pay for somebody else's time. So I record myself and just figure it out as I go along until I have the whole song and then memorize it. And I feel like once I memorize the whole song word for word, I don't have to worry about what I'm saying. I can worry about how I'm saying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
in the studio for that, once the song is figured out, do you like to be? If you have to go to a regular studio,
mhm,
I mean, without you recording yourself, like,
mhm.
what do you like to have around you for a good session? You and the engineer, trees, booze,
Nah,
girls. Like,
I
what is
don't
that environment for you
I don't really
to
drink
create?
at this point in my life. I don't really drink unless it's like necessary, like a
Like a
birthday
social
or
thing?
yeah. I
Yeah,
don't really like to drink. I don't smoke. Yeah, I don't smoke or nothing. I like the vibe of the engineer.
okay,
The vibe of the engineer. I kind of like to be in the studio by myself or some close friends or family. I don't like
yeah. Too
having
many
like 30
people.
motherfuckers in the studio with me and
It's
shit.
not productive though.
Yeah, it's crowded like a
Yeah,
motherfucker. Yeah, I don't like that. So it's like yeah, just basically the biggest thing is the vibe of the engineer. So it's like if the engineer don't, I don't like really going to them studios where the engineer is just all about the money. It's
yeah,
basically like they're like, all right, come on in, you ain't gonna make it anyway. You ain't this big name. I don't like that type of personality because it's like if I believe in you enough for you to record me, you should believe in me enough to like
yeah,
work with me. Because a lot of engineers to do what you can basically do at home, they just hit the record button, put a little couple of EQs on it,
yeah.
and then send you on your way. They don't really put their all into your music because they don't really believe in it.
Let's talk about the role models you have right now as far as success. Who are you looking up to in the industry right now as far as success?
I
Jay Z,
mean, probably
maybe.
Jay Z. That motherfucker getting money like shit.
I mean,
Jay Z
Ross is
get
getting money too, though.
who?
Ross,
Ross. He is getting
with
money.
all the
Ross is
other
getting
features.
money. I mean, yeah, Ross. I mean, anybody that can be able to take music and be able to create different
Yeah,
avenues and make residual income and don't even have to drop albums. I look up to them people because
yeah,
you don't want to be an entertainer forever. You want to
yeah,
use it as a platform so that you can want to make music and not have to.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to put yourself in position because, oh, I'm going to drop this album because I want to, not because I have to. You know what I'm saying? So, those people that be able to take that money and reinvest it into like businesses and how he owned the what
Yeah,
the
Wingstop.
Wingstop and Jay-Z and the NFL, all that, you got to be able to create different sources of income so that you can do it as a passion and not necessarily as a job.
Let's talk about the music business right now. Like
Hmm.
as we were talking off camera, that's where most artists tend to screw up,
Hmm.
and they'll get taken advantage of by the record company and everybody else around them.
Hmm.
So, what is your team dynamic right now?
Team dynamic.
Dedicated producer, any dedicated
Um.
studio you go to, like you said, like that environment
Oh.
that makes the real Corey Cash.
Hold on. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm trying. I don't want to say the wrong name. Hold on. Oh yeah, Marquise. Marquise, we've been making some pretty good songs. You know what I'm saying? Marquise, he's a pretty good producer.
Any manager
At Hustle
maybe?
Firm. I had a manager at one time. It didn't work out because I don't feel like you need a manager until you have too many things on your plate that you
Yeah,
can't do by yourself. So things sound good to have, but I mean, is it really necessary to have it? Is the question. So it's like, why would you have a manager if you don't? If you got enough things that you could take care of, then you could take care of it. I think maybe having legal advice in
yeah,
different situations is more important than having a manager. Unless you got all these people trying to book you,
yeah.
different things, then you probably would have to get a manager to do those things, help you with it. Yeah.
So how do you copyright your stuff?
I go to a website, copyright.gov.
Okay.
It's different ways you can copyright your music.
Hmm.
You got to trademark your name. You got to patent your ideas. You got to do all kinds of things because if you don't do it, somebody else will, and then you're gonna be saying, I came up with the idea, but you don't have the money for it. I'd rather have the money than the credit.
Okay. So, did you have any story, related to, because as we were talking off earlier,
Yeah.
about your name? Because I try to emphasize that for the young and coming to
Hmm.
pay attention to their, that intellectual property side of the business.
Yeah, I was making a lot of music, under the name Corey Cash by
Mhm.
itself for a minute. I wasn't even thinking about the legal side, to be honest with you. I was just making music, as a passion, putting it out, hoping somebody, like it. Whoever like it, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But then I stopped for a minute. Then when I tried, one day I was chilling, and somebody hit me and was like, "You dropped a mixtape?" I'm like, "Nah." And they sent me a whole goddamn cover and a link to it and everything. I'm like, "That ain't even me. I'm mad as shit. Somebody got my name." So that's when I wanted to try to copyright my name, but that Joe already
It was
got
too
it.
late.
He got videos and everything. Shout out to you though, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. So I was going to change my name to something else, but I'm like, man, I ain't about to do all that. So I was just like, I gotta change. Man, I was like, let me just put the real Corey Cash on there and make my name long as hell. Hmm.
And that was yeah, because it's very important when people you know, they always, focus on the creative side without thinking about the actual legal side, which is the most important part of the artistry, basically.
Yeah, that's what I
So
mean. But a lot of people always think about the end. They just be like, "Oh, I want to make a song, get rich, and be famous," but they don't think about the process.
yeah,
It's process to everything. You know, if you want to play basketball, you got to work hard and train and do all kinds of things behind the scenes that they just don't see. They just see a successful person and want to be it, but you got to want to be in the gym all the
yeah.
goddamn time if you want to do that. You know.
True. I mean, when it comes to the network and social media tools you have to, once the music is made, how do you, put that outside of the word, into the word?
Different. You know, it depends.
Instagram.
Both Instagram, you know, Facebook, you know, YouTube, Apple, Spotify. I release a couple music, things like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when it comes to the performance part of the artistry, though, like, what are you doing right now? Like open mics, or are you tired of open mics,
Yeah, I
or
did open mics back in the day.
opening?
Yeah,
Well,
I open mics is like a waste of time. I've did about at least 12, 13 open mics before in the past, and
yeah,
I've never ran into an A&R. So it's like open mics is basically like a waste of time, in my opinion, because you're rapping. The way it's structured is like, you had this promoter. He'll say, "Yeah, we got this open mic. Come do the
yeah,
open mic. I'm gonna either give you some tickets and you can sell them to your family members,
yeah.
and then now you're bringing all these rappers and their family to watch you rap, but the other rapper's family is not gonna follow you. They're just there waiting for the other rapper.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? You better off trying to open up for somebody like a bigger artist and try to get, grasp the
Exposure.
attention of his fan base, because if you just go to an open mic, it's just a whole lot of rappers and their family. And if you really think about it, you could do that in the living room,
Yeah,
rap for your family for free, and then nobody spent no money.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
so
put it on the social media, basically.
yeah. Everything's on the internet
Yeah.
anyway. So it's like, yeah, I just like I went to my last open mic, and I was like, I was sitting there and I was just like, man, I don't even feel like rapping. I just let the DJ play the song. I was like, I don't feel like doing all this. I
Uh,
could be in the house playing 2K.
yeah. That's like the one thing that because I have mixed feelings when it comes to the open mic thing, as far as other people too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people will like it, some people dislike it. Exactly what you said about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But usually, what I notice is when people finish performing, they will leave.
Rap and leave. I think it's called rap and roll. Yeah, they
Oh,
rap and roll. They just
and
do their
then
song and
they'll
gone.
do their song
They
and
take
their
the whole
set, and
crowd with
then
them.
it's just a boom. Like, so how are we supporting each other to begin with? It's a community, small community of rappers. Everybody's coming together. Nobody's networking. Nobody's talking to the other guy. If they have music out, if they can make music together, just come perform and leave.
That's
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and
You
a
no
lot of
wonder
people.
why you're not growing,
Yeah,
because you're
yeah.
not and you're not networking.
That's why a lot of people feel like they have to leave to be able to be successful, because people don't support people while they're trying to be successful. They only support the finished product. They only support people that don't need your help. So you
But
can't really expect help until you don't need it anymore.
music costs money. So how are you sustaining that your artistry right now? Do you have any merchandise? Do you how are you supporting the studio time and all of that?
I
Out
got
of
a couple.
pocket?
Huh?
Out of
I'm
pocket?
definitely out of pocket. Yeah, out of
Okay.
pocket. But I just make sure that if I do spend the money, it's just good investments. I don't just go in there and just waste my time on making a song for no reason. I have before in the past, but I mean, you just got to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do with the money, and just make sure you take care of your priorities and different things like that.
Let's get personal
Hmm.
now. So I don't know your status right now, your relationship status right now.
Hmm.
So dating, what's your preference
What do you mean, like
as far
race?
as dating? As far as your physical attribute, like meeting people in general. How is that for you? Do you like meeting people on the internet, like today's age, like the dating apps, the
No, I'm
Tinder, or in a physical form?
I'm not really social
Oh,
like
okay.
that, so I don't really like meeting people in general. If I come across people, you know, whatever happens happens. But I feel like the more people you know, the more you can just get caught up in bullshit. So I just, if I grow up with you, I'm just kind of just distant. Let me see. Fit attributes. What do I look for? I don't really know, because somebody can have all the attributes. They could be thick or nice eyes or big chest or all these
Yeah.
other things, but they might not even be a good person. So, your personality and your heart is like probably my biggest thing.
Okay.
You know.
So how are you navigating the dating scene today, though? Like, cause again, we're living in an environment where you're an artist, right?
Hmm.
So you have to be very careful as far as what's going on out there. The Me Too movement, the women empowerment. How are you navigating the environment as an artist right
In
now,
my music.
as far as approaching women and letting women be around you in that
Um,
sense? Because it's a danger zone right now. You have to be very, very careful.
I don't really, I don't really be approaching people too much. I don't really be approaching people. I just stay in my own little world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I kind of go with the flow. I just stay in my own little world.
But as
'Cause
far as women coming to you though, like are you fearful as far as like how the environment is right now and all the allegations and all of that, that might
nah,
surface in the future, stuff
nah,
like that?
nah. I just don't pay no attention to it. You know what I'm saying? I just be, speak, be respectful, and keep it
Okay.
moving. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay no mind to it. I guess young people. Young-minded people, they just want to, talk to everybody in the goddamn world, but there's not that much time to even be doing all that. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I don't really got time to be trying to chase all these women when I'm trying to be successful in another way. Like, I'd
Yeah.
rather just focus on what I'm
Your
trying to
artistry.
do and keep going forward. That's one of the distractions. There's many distractions you could have.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
So as far as marriage in general though, what's your opinion on it? Would you get married one day?
I think marriage is cool. I think marriage is cool. Marriage is cool. You just got, how can I put it? You just gotta wait until it's the right time and you find the right person. That's about it. I think it's good though. I don't think a lot of people believe in it no more like they used to, but
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
And when I talk to people, the reason why people tend to shy away from it is because of this. The state is getting too much involved with it. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's a union between two people, but in case it doesn't work out, then you have all the lawyers, have the state get involved with it. So people are not feeling too comfortable about the process anymore because it's too, man,
Yeah,
too many
yeah.
people get involved. Everything we do is based on our emotions, right?
Hmm.
So let's talk about the negative emotion right now. What is your biggest fear in life right now?
My biggest fear.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
Not to be successful,
I
maybe.
think probably being a failure. Probably not being able to be successful. Not being able to create something that I can pass on to my family.
Yeah.
That's probably my biggest fears.
Okay.
Not being able to achieve that goal.
All right. So, are you a revengeful person?
Revengeful.
Yeah.
Mm, it depends on the circumstances. It depends. I kind of depends on the circumstances. Not really.
It's a natural process, though. It's a natural feelings, but how you handle that, is how that's how people get caught up in so many bullshit because of the way they react. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A situation is gonna happen. You're gonna feel angry. You're gonna feel some revenge, and all of that. But how do you react to it? That's the thing, right?
Sometimes the best thing to do is to walk away. From
Okay.
certain situations, if it's not that important, if it's not about no money or no respect, the best thing to do is just ignore the bullshit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The devil gonna always try to work his way into your life. You just gotta ignore the shit because you keep feeding into it, then you just gonna be in a circle of
All right.
bullshit.
So how do you handle greedy people around you? Like that negative feelings of greed that people always have, handout and all those things. Because God forbid you make it right now, you on the spot. Guess what?
Mm.
Everybody's coming up.
Yeah.
How would you handle that energy, unnecessary stuff?
I just be sympathetic that they need like that, and I just say I'm sorry to hear
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So how do you handle anger? Like you say, you don't smoke. Do you meditate? Do you exercise? Like,
I just think.
okay. All right.
I just think I'm a heavy thinker, so I don't really like being angry unless I have to be. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I don't really like when I'm angry. I'll be even angry that I got angry. So
Because it has to be a process, though. You don't see a lot of people being able to control their emotions like that. Like, what
hmm
what do you what is your secret? That's what I'm trying to get to.
it's like I'm thinking to myself.
Okay.
If you get angry, I think about 4 steps ahead. If I get angry and I do this, that, and the third, then what's gonna be the consequences of this, that, and the third, or how everything gonna play out? And then sometimes it just don't be worth it. You know
So
what I'm saying? Just
is
take
that
the first
something
step.
you develop throughout growing up, or it's just natural to you?
Yeah, I learned from a lot of my mistakes that I've
Okay.
made in the past. You
So
know
it's
what I'm
more
saying?
like a growth.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I learned from a lot of my mistakes.
All right. Let's talk about positive stuff. Do you believe in love?
Yeah.
So what is true love for you? What?
True love is loving somebody, and it doesn't matter the circumstances.
Okay.
I think true love is unconditional. So it's like no matter what y'all got, no matter what, as long as y'all got each other, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what love is. Or, loving somebody else. You know what I'm
How important do you think intimacy is in a relationship? Because when I talk to people, mostly women, when I talk to women, right, they will say, "Oh, sex is not the most important thing in a relationship. You got other stuff," but they're looking at it as from their point of view, right?
saying?
For we men, it's very important, because our our nature is you know abundance of sex.
Yeah.
So, and if you're telling me it's not important, so why should I be in a relationship with you?
Well, I think it is. I mean, it has a sense of importance, but the thing is, like, it's not that important because you gotta understand you could buy sex now,
Yeah,
but you can't buy a connection. You can't buy a bond. You can't pay somebody to act like they care about you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They can fake it, but they ain't gonna mean it. So it's like, what I'm saying, that when you get in a relationship when you can, I mean, sex gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna play a role, but
yeah.
you gotta be able to have that bond, that best friendship
Okay,
type shit.
all right. So, are you a hopeful person?
Who?
Hopeful person.
Hopeful person?
Yeah,
Like I hope that this works.
yeah.
Hell yeah, I be hoping a lot of shit work, man.
I
No
mean, you sound
bullshit.
like a positive
Yeah, I
person,
hope
though,
that
positive
timepiece.
mindset. So
Yeah,
that I see a lot of hope. Are you a faithful person? Do you pray?
yeah. I talk to God a lot of times in my
Okay,
head.
all right. So,
Yeah.
what is your greatest desire right now?
My greatest desire is to be put in a position that I can help other people
All right, that sounds good.
while being myself.
All right, are you an optimistic person?
Optimistic. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very optimistic. I always look forward to what's to come.
All right. How big is loyalty for you?
I think loyalty is very important because you only get the opportunity once.
Okay.
Once you lose that, I really don't.
Yeah.
Can't give it back to you like that. Yeah, you can probably give me one time, but once you like cross me too many times, that's on me.
Yeah.
Shame on me type shit. Yeah.
So let's talk about money. As I was talking to you off camera,
Mhm.
financial literacy is not that big in the black community.
Mhm.
What did your parents teach you about money growing up?
If you don't work for it, you ain't gonna have it. That's what I was taught. If you don't go get it, you ain't gonna have it.
So hard work basically.
Yeah, hard work. You just gotta work hard. Um, I just start thinking different about money as I got older. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could work for the rest of your life, but that's just like a cycle, like a system.
Okay.
I said you just gotta be able to want more. I mean, by wanting more, then you might can have more. But if you just think inside that box, then you probably just gonna go to college, get a good job, and work for 20 years. Or you can think outside the box and take a couple of chances, make some investments, have residual income, and be able to live the way you really want to live. It's all
Oh,
about how you want to live. You only get one life, so it's all about how you really want to live for the rest of your life, and if you want to take a chance and if it's worth it.
okay. So if you happen to make it with a lot of money right now, right?
hmm
Uh, how are you gonna invest the money? Oh,
I would want some real estate. I would want some laundry mats. I would want a barber shop. I would want different investments to see which one will pop before I start a chain.
okay.
Different things like that. I feel like real estate is really good. But I
Yeah.
also want a laundry mat because I feel like technology changes all the time, but people gonna always have to wash their clothes. So if I'm investing in a business, it gotta be necessities. Like people gonna always need their haircut. People gonna always need laundry mats. People
Yeah.
gonna always need to buy a car unless they get spaceships. Then I
Yeah.
have to sell the car lot for a spaceship lot.
That's
hmm
true though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, how did you develop that mindset as far as financial literacy? Have you read any books, or how did you get that financial education?
I watch people. I watch some people make mistakes and fail. I watch people be successful, and I just see, what it took for them to be successful. And I seen people be stagnant and do the same thing for the
Yeah,
rest of their life, and be contempt. I think that's the word when you just
yeah,
cool where you at. Yeah, yeah, contempt. Yeah,
content.
they just want to. They fine. They make this amount. They live here. They do this, and they gonna do it till they die. I'm like, nah, hell no. I want to travel the world. I want to be able to help people that I care about. I want. A lot of people don't make sacrifices for everybody. They just, I'm good.
And
I got
everybody
my
else.
degree. I got my nice car, and I'm stunting on you with it. It's like people just want to do better than the person next to them.
Yeah.
We don't have too many people that want to be a leader and be able to be successful to help other people out,
Okay.
create
So, like you
opportunities.
were saying, when you make the money, you're thinking about philanthropy. Any specific thing you're planning on doing as far as in the community, like youth center or build some hospital
I
in
think a
Africa, something like that?
Yeah, I think a youth center, for different communities, or just be able to create things that keep people away from the streets.
Okay.
younger people so they can be able to have a fair chance and not be a product of their environment. Maybe start basketball teams in different areas, open gyms,
Yeah.
different things like that. Yeah.
I see you're into cakes. If you have to name your top five cakes, what would they be?
Phone posits, I used to like them a lot. They still cool. Ewings, those are cool. That's two. Um, what else do I like? Everybody loves Jordans. Jordans be cool, but the Jordan been tripping lately.
Yeah.
If it ain't the back in the day Jordans, I ain't seen no new Jordans that cranked ever.
So, what's your favorite among the Jordan though?
The Concord black and whites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Concords, those are dope. I like them joints.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Concords.
So that's three basically.
Three, and then shit, I like so many different shoes, man.
You're wearing a Nike Air right now.
Yeah. These is pretty cool, man. I don't know. I'm really not big on the like type of shoe. It gotta be like, it just gotta catch my eye. When the smoke cleared, everybody was gone. I just gotta go and get some money every day. I be thinking about my mom. I just want to get some money and put my niggas on. Shout out to my nigga Twan. I see my nigga making big moves. I see these bitches all on my line, but I don't want them. I just want some money, stack the money up, get some presidents, buy a little land, get some residence. Niggas, they was hating, they irrelevant. I ain't going trip. I'm heaven sent. Gloves on my hands, no evidence. Niggas, they fake is evident. I ain't stupid, I'm intelligent. These bitches out here arrogant. Yeah. I remember them days when I had to stop. I had to really go and get a job. I was real fucked up. It was depressing. Sorry for the weight. I really was getting on a lean diet. Told you I'm stressed out smoking jacks, but I don't want it and I don't like it. But a nigga gotta clear his middle. Don't smoke weed. You ain't gotta pass the pack. Niggas just spend their last on the 7. I'm trying to meet the plug, get a package. Niggas to play with you if you let them. Nigga, I've been rapping since I was 7. I'm trying to get my niggas out the ghetto. I want to chopper with the Mac 11.
And we out.
Yeah.